Imagine you're just standing around at night, and then you look up. Now, you'll probably see the moon, but what's the second largest thing in the sky? Well, it's Venus. Some of you may ask, what is Venus? Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is a rocky planet with the densest atmosphere of all the rocky bodies in the solar system, and the only one with a mass and size that is close to that of its orbital neighbor, Earth. Orbiting inside of Earth's orbit, it appears in Earth's sky always close to the Sun as either a morning star or an evening star, according to Wikipedia. You're not satisfied, are you?
Oh my God!
Venus has a diameter of 7,520.8 miles, and its mass is 4.87 times 10 to the power of 24. That's called scientific notation, folks. And if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh about 91 pounds on Venus if you could not be incinerated, that is, and ignoring the atmosphere. Which brings me to the next part. People like describing Venus as a second Earth, though the more you go near Venus, the more you're thinking that's a little far-fetched. As you see, the average surface temperature is 864 degrees Fahrenheit. And to add upon that, it has a very high atmospheric pressure with 93 bar, or 1,350 psi. You're gonna be crushed, basically. The world record for the most atmospheric pressure to be survived is around 70 bar. So good luck handling that on top of the scorching temperature that can melt lead. Venus is visible with the human eye, so we've known about Venus before we even discovered Antarctica. There have been remarks about Venus by Babylonian astronomers since the 14th century, but the real accurate observation was in 1610 by good old Galileo Galilei. Venus's name is from the Roman goddess of beauty and love. The ancient Greeks named Venus Aphrodite. Venus was mistakenly thought to be two different things, the morning star and the evening star. Venus is 67 million miles away from the Sun, or 72% of an astronomical unit. Venus has a tilt of 2.7 degrees, which means they don't experience any seasons. So if Venus wasn't hellish enough, they don't even experience any temperature changes. Well, they kind of do. But to add, Venus has a backwards rotation. So what that means is rotate clockwise other than counterclockwise like the rest of the planets, which is the reason why the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. And if that wasn't more strange, their day lasts 243 Earth days, and their year lasts 224.7 days. A year is shorter than a day on Venus. That's crazy. 30 miles above the surface of Venus is a part of the atmosphere that is only around 170 degrees Celsius. I'm acting like that's not hot as hell, but it's a large improvement to the scorching 900 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface. This could mean maybe cloud cities if we are ever to colonize Venus in some way. The coldest temperature on Venus ever was negative 163 degrees Celsius, or negative 307.4 degrees in American measurements. Venus has storms and experiences lightning. Venus has quite a bit of spacecraft visiting it. The first one was Mariner 2 that flew past Venus and took measurements of its atmosphere and all that nerdy stuff. Venus also has 5 artificial satellites orbiting it. Venera 15, Venera 16, Magellan, Venus Express, and Akatsuki. They gather information by taking images and other things about Venus. There are a couple of planned Venus spacecraft missions. The first one is Veritas. It is planned to be sent to Venus and take high-resolution maps of the surface of Venus and study Venus's impact history, gravity, and geochemistry. It is planned to launch in 2029, so considering NASA's budget, it might be pushed further and further as it was pushed forward a year or two ago. Two other spacecrafts planned to be sent to Venus are Da Vinci and Envision.
Oh my God!